Hello and welcome to the Top Bins Football channel. My name is Dennis, aka the Ruthless Gooner, and I am joined here today with a massive Manchester United fan, and he's also Instagram famous. He goes by the name of
Oh,
Isay. How are you, brother?
thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So, tell us a bit about yourself, man. When did you start supporting United? Where do you live? What do you do?
Oh, perfect. Well, my background is Russian. I was born in Russia, and I started following football after my dad. And my dad been following Chelsea quite a while, and the whole, Russian generation, all my relatives, aunties, cousins, like not my cousin, my dad's side, they all follow Chelsea and some Russian team, CSKA Moscow, all the Russian team.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep, yep, yep.
yeah, and I don't know. I think who the United playing? They were playing. I can't. I think it might be Everton. I'm not sure who they play. And yeah, obviously they were. I think they were wearing white jerseys, sharp. I can't remember
Oh,
the
yeah,
jersey.
yeah.
This is the
So
old
back in
school
maybe
jersey.
like
Yeah.
was that like in the 1997, around that
No,
time, 98
no,
or
no,
before?
no, no. 90, I think it was 1990. That it was not. Yeah, it was not.
99?
Yeah, 1990. Yeah, I was. I think I was eight,
Yeah.
9 years old back then because my dad was watching. He was watching with his brother football, and then I watched with them, and then I
Yeah.
go to my dad. Who's that team? And he said Manchester. I go, Dad, I like that team. He goes, all right, why don't you follow that team then? Okay. From that day, I started following United. That's pretty much
Oh,
it from that time. Yeah, and then yes, I followed from 1990, and I remember my dad took what was it? He took me to French House to watch the game in 1992, and we where did we watch that? We watched in oh gosh man, it's been a long time. Can't freaking remember
that's all
how
right.
long. Anyway,
That's all right.
I can't remember. I remember back then I told my dad I want to follow that team, and he even told me if you're gonna follow the team, make sure you follow for the rest of your life. I go sweet. That happened. And
Beautiful.
so I enjoyed it. I actually enjoy United. I mean, top club, and I know people call me bandwagon, which trust me, back then I didn't know. They didn't win a shit, but it looked like Alex Ferguson put him in the right position, the right time for that many years, and yeah, so it's been great for the last 2 decades, and then obviously now we're in a roller coaster. But either way, you can't always win. So I'm happy, you know, what we'll be doing for the last 2 decades, and hopefully this time they can improve better. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm
Like,
happy.
you know, I don't understand this bandwagon stuff, especially when you're a kid. When you're a kid, you want to follow the best team. So even with me,
100%.
when I was younger, it was Manchester United, Arsenal back then. So I ended up choosing Arsenal. And
That's good.
you can't say we're bandwagon as a kid. You always want
Oh,
to,
you know how it
support
is. You know how
the
it is.
best.
People like to talk about it. I mean, it doesn't affect me much. I just laugh it off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just laugh
So
it off. But
you've got Instagram. You've got
yes,
a ton of followers on there. Tell us a
yeah.
bit about that as well, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, why I don't know. I woke up one day and I thought, you know what? I'm always been into fitness. I'm always been fitness, passion. Always like to represent myself, look after, in terms of my lifestyle. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I can open up a Instagram and start following in the journey into fitness model, passion model. And what I'm doing is because this is my passion. And when I say my passion, this is something nothing can be taken away from me. And especially inspiring people because I'm a father of two beautiful kids and showing up people a role model who I'm actually am. I'm real. I, it's not just for me, family is everything. But at the same time, I want people to see that there's also love about your soul. That you gotta show time for your soul, what you like about what you do with your life, and why you're doing this. Like in terms of like, I know a lot of dads out there who's struggling with fitness. They've become really lazy. They feel like they're married, have kids, and that's it. And they just pretty much work, come home, eat dinner, lie down on the couch, watch TV, and go to sleep. That's not me. So that's why I try to tell people, hey, there's a lot of things you can do about yourself. Like you can live your life. It's very important to look after yourself. Always, going to, feel good about yourself, fitness, and in terms of dress nice because it's pretty much a role model for your kid, of course, and for your family, and for those followers who are actually following you, and to see whether they can be, they don't have to be like me, they can be like them, but at the same time, they can see, imagine themselves, what, if these guys can do it, what can I do, So, just pretty much, yeah, that's just something I enjoy, become influencer, and that's my second job, basically getting paid, promoting brand, and also supplement. As you can see behind me, I have all the supplement. I'm promoting few. So
Free advertisement, huh?
yeah, something like that. And so they asked me to promote their brand. I say yes, why not? This is something I like to do. And yeah, like I said, lifestyle, fitness, lifestyle, beaches, park, family. It's just all things in my head. I absolutely love it, and I'm blessed.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful,
so
man. Good on you, man. Good on you.
thanks,
I was
thanks,
gonna
I
say,
appreciate it.
man, you can give us a cheeky plug if you want on there. It's up to you.
One,
But I don't know if I
one
can pay you
day.
any money because we're
No,
on a
don't
bit
pay
of
me
a
anything.
this podcast is
Nah,
like we're on the budget of Burnley FC, so we haven't got much cash here. But nah, I'm only
don't be
joking, bro.
silly, man. Don't be silly. It's
But
all under
yeah,
control.
so we'll get into some football talk now. So we'll get
Can't wait.
into the Man United Southampton game, which finished 9-0.
I could
What
not
a
fucking
shock
believe it.
result, man. What a shock result. Southampton, look, I'm going to kind of take their back a little bit. They had 10 players injured before the game started. In the first
I
minute,
agree.
they got a red card.
That's
But
harsh.
to still score 9 goals in one game, it is impressive, I must admit. You know, even, with 10 men, some games finish 1-0, 2-0. So even
Absolutely.
with...
They could have packed the bus. They could have packed the bus, you know what I mean?
Mm,
But obviously, though, like, you can see they were trying so hard, but obviously we were too good. But to be honest, looking at that score, I'm actually shocked. I could not believe it that they had scored 9 goals. It's like, wow. Like, I was like speechless. Did it actually happen or am I dreaming? But you know what? Fuck, we're due to score a lot of goals. I mean, back then, I remember we used to score 4 or 5 goals. You know that too. We had
yeah,
amazing strikers, we had amazing midfielders. For us, it's always been about attacking, attacking, attacking. And then obviously things change, and in terms of formation, the culture. Like since Alex Ferguson, I'm not trying to remind Alex Ferguson, but what I'm saying, Alex Ferguson, obviously he was a genius coach, but obviously he had a crazy mind how to create team. But after he retired with 2013, and then he appointed Moyes, and that was a huge mistake, of course, but I could be wrong. But
mm,
look, it's been a roller coaster. Look, I'm not going to talk about par, but looking at that score is actually impressive. And I was concerned about Martial because he's been performing really shit last few games. Everybody know that. And yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Being very fucking lazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, I mean, you got a great position. You're playing for the best club. I mean, even if you do make mistakes, you got to show that you play hard. Like, show that you actually trying so hard that you actually want to play for the team. But for me, the way I looked at him, he didn't show enough passion, and he keep losing the ball, and he doesn't have that sorry guys or let me like make up for it. He didn't show that, and
yeah,
I I was a bit disappointed with him with his performance. So look, prove me wrong. He scored 2 goals. That's impressive. Hopefully, he bring the hype up. Hopefully, next game he'll play better. Rashford.
yeah,
Rashford for me kind of also hiccup. I know he had an injury and he struggled, but come on, no excuses. You got to step up. I believe Rashford is the main guy for Manchester United, and he should be putting an effort, a lot of effort in that team because I know
with,
people should be real. Yep.
with Rashford, bro, I was just going to say, like, he's so young. A kid that's at his age, their consistency, it's not. it's not at that level where, they can do it week in, week out. So, at a young age, it's very hard to stay consistent. Even though, he's got a lot of talents, he's just got to work on that consistency. That's
That's the problem.
and that comes
That's the
in the
problem.
mindset. That's in the mindset. Same
I
as
agree.
Anthony Martial. He's got all the talent in the world, but it's just up here. If he wants it up here, then he can become world class
Look,
if he
man,
wants to.
I'm not gonna lie. Just because I'm United, they're United. It's not like that. They are good players. They, like you say, they're young players. They have a lot of opportunity. But as you mentioned, they're very inconsistent. So it's a big gap in there. Like, they have to, because like when you think about it, Oli kind of trusted them. He believed these two strikers are the main guys for United. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, they put a lot of goals last 2 3 years, but they need to work on that, because if they want to be a true player, they need to do like a lot of training and work on their consistency. Because the way they're playing, like you said, one day they play good, the other day they play shit. I mean, come on, it's not good enough. Look, like no one's perfect. Don't get me wrong, but inconsistent for that long, there's a question mark. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
agree, man. And with Martial this year, he's been very disappointing. I
Wow,
think last season he got about 17 goals, and this season he's on about, I think, 5 goals now because he scored 2 yesterday. But yeah, it's not good enough, man. Especially at playing
for
at
striker,
Manchester United, big club. You gotta perform.
I
So,
agree.
but it's just the thing with your fan base. It seems like Martial's one of the favourites there. So you can't. What I've found is like a lot of people make excuses for him. That's
They
what I've
shouldn't.
been seeing.
I'm not making excuses for. Why would I make excuses? Yes, he's playing
Yeah,
for United, but I mean, if you getting such a low shit money, okay, and you're the main guy for United, there's no excuses. You got to do some kick ass, man. You got to fucking play so hard to show them that you are a United player. I mean,
yeah,
it's not come and go, come and go. Either you stay or you piss off. Simple as that.
yeah. I
I don't
agree,
know.
man. I agree. So
Look, yeah.
okay, coming up, man, you guys got some big games. So next up,
Who we
you
got?
have Everton on Sunday,
Ooh,
7 o'clock.
I'm definitely watching
So
that one. Everton. Look, Everton. I'm not gonna brag them out. They're a good team. They have great players. It's one of the days if they can turn up, they can beat us. And it's not first time they did it. But
yeah,
after that, playing against Southampton, as you mentioned, a lot of injury and 2 red carded, it kind of helped us to put that on the game, put in 9 goals on the list. I hope that give him a bit of confidence, and
mm,
and plus we're coming second now, so we're 3 points behind City, and also 1 game in hand for Manchester City. If that would have
yeah.
won that game, that would have been 6 points above us. So it's a big gap. Look, we've still got how many? We've got 16, 17 games to go.
You guys
About
have 16, and Manchester City have 17 to go. So
yeah,
there's still
yeah.
plenty of time. Anything can happen. But
It's a pressure.
look, man,
It's a pressure.
I was going to ask you this. The previous 2 results, obviously, you guys lost against Sheffield United 2-1. And then you had
Wow.
that 0-0 against Arsenal, which I personally believe you guys should have won because we had like 3 of our main players out and we were there for the taking. And the performance probably wasn't up to standard. So, what I'm saying is, do you think do you think Manchester United have turned the corner? Do you think you guys are going to, start playing a bit better football, or do you think that Southampton game was just
Cool.
a one-off?
That's a good question. Look, to be
Mm,
honest, to be honest, I am not that confident. Okay, so when I say I was confident back then, we were talking about 8, 9, 10 years ago, you can see how the boys performing. You can see they are actually playing, like they actually trying so hard. Even if they lost 1-0, I would have kept my mouth shut because I know the boys were trying so hard and they were both good team. And the other team able to score, we couldn't, but we try. I can see we try. Now
yeah,
we've inconsistent. One bit like it's weird. Like we play top six, we can have a good result. I wouldn't say perfect result, but we can get some good result. But playing bottom, mid-table, and the bottom team, we've got bad record. I don't know why. How the fuck we lost to Sheffield? I mean, I know they were fighting. I know they were fighting for relegation. But come on, man, that's not good enough. You lost your home ground. How's that even possible? If you really want to win EPL, you got to push it. You got to push it so hard. Like even if they score 1-0, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? But losing 1-0 against relegation, it's a question mark, man. It's a question mark. You know, the boys they're not consistent. They're not performing, and it's worrying me against Everton too. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, they're gonna beat Everton. I can't say that.
Yeah.
We might, but am I confident? No, I'm not confident.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
We'll see.
Because
We'll see.
what I think, man, like with the Sheffield game, you guys came off that massive win, the FA Cup win against Liverpool.
Absolutely.
And then you guys had Sheffield, and then a few days later you're playing Arsenal, which I think, you know, Ollie and the team, they thought we got this easy. We're gonna beat Sheffield easy. So let's just put a few reserve players on. Let's rest a few players. We'll get the win, and then we'll go to Arsenal and, you know, go all out against them. But, you know, obviously it didn't work out that way because, man, the Premier League, it's so unpredictable this season, man.
It is. That's why I love that football. That's what I love about EPL.
The tipping comp I'm in, it's just crazy. Like, you think one team's going to win, the other team smashes them, and vice versa. Like, it's such a weird season. That's why, you know, I think Man City's going to win, but I don't want to write off any other team. I don't want to write off anyone because it's so, you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe if Man City, they get a couple of injuries and then they'll lose a few games in a row and that's it. Liverpool, and then you guys are back in the title race, you know, like you could say Manchester United, you could say Man United are in a title race at the moment because of how close it is, but I don't know. Personally, I think City's going to win it, man. What about you?
Look, I'm not gonna lie, they have a more chance than we do. No, you can like that. You can see. Look, it's funny because before we used to always talk about City, and now we always talk about United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Leicester. No one bragging about City, and then boom, City coming first now. City, no pressure. They're playing the football. They're doing what they have to do, and I believe City have a more chance of winning EPL than United. But at the same time, when I'm looking at this table, yeah, can we put a brief back on the table? I want to see like how many points different.
Just give me a second.
Mm-hmm. Okay, look at it. Look at that. So we got City, yeah? They're on 47 points. Okay, they're one game behind. 44, 42, 40, 38. Look at Aston Villa. They still have 2 games. They still need to play 2 more games. If they play 2 more games, they'll be on 39 points. 38 points if they win.
38,
Chelsea. Look up. Like even Everton, yeah? Everton, how many? Everton is Everton is also 2 games behind.
Yeah.
Like it's like you said, it's unpredictable. That's what I like about EPL. But looking at top 4, even Leicester, like when you look at Leicester, how the fuck, like, wow. I'm actually, like, I'm impressed with Leicester under Roger. They're doing really well. Like, don't get me wrong. When did they win? They won 4 years ago?
2015-16 season, I think they won. That was the season I think Arsenal should have won it that year, but
yeah,
we ended up finishing second, and Leicester took it out that year. Pretty sure it was 2015-16.
Like no one would predict Leicester, even though look at them, they're still fighting to top 4. They are in top 4. I mean, you can see, but yeah, it's EPL, man. You don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I reckon City will have a much higher chance than United, but still 16, 70 games to go. Let's finger crossed. Hopefully United can top them. And like you mentioned, if City have injury, De Bruyne, Jesus, Gundogan, Sterling, if they lose those players injury, then it'll be a big problem, Manchester City.
Yeah. Looks like we've got another guest on.
Evening, boys.
Chris, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, make sure you're not driving.
I'm driving.
Driving,
how long till you get
home? Give me about 10 minutes. How long do you have left? That's why I came on to ask.
We'll wait for you.
We got started. We're like 20 minutes in. We still got a while to go. So we just went through the Man United game. So, yeah, jump on, man, when you're ready.
9-0, boys.
Make sure you put United jersey, all right?
No worries.
You should see the background. Yeah, it'll be a surprise for you.
Background, Isay. All right, guys. I'll see you in about 20.
All right, bro. See you later.
See you, boys.
See ya.
So yeah, like I don't know, City. At least I'm shisha. I'm stressing out.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about the Arsenal game because I just feel like I need to vent a little bit.
Absolutely.
This game, absolutely, it pissed me off so much, man. It made me. I haven't been this angry. I have not been this angry in a long time, and it's all because of the referee, Craig Pawson. This referee, has got a history of giving us bad calls as well, man. This isn't the first time. So I don't know if you guys have watched the game, for even the people listening, but I feel like we got robbed. We started off the first half on fire. The first 45 seconds, Saka was through. We hit the post. Pepe hit the crossbar.
Unlucky.
We had a disallowed goal, and we were all over him, man. We ended up scoring. Pepe, he nutmegged two guys and put in the top bins with his right foot, his weaker foot as well. So he was killing it. And we had 2 minutes of stoppage time for the half.
Yeah,
we took the goal kick. It hit the 47-minute mark, and the referee didn't blow the whistle full time.
Wow.
They went through on goal. Luis chases him down. He does not attempt to tackle him, but his leg hits William Jose's foot.
Yeah.
And then the striker takes a bit of a dive because he felt contact.
Yeah.
Luis gets a straight red card, and they give him a penalty. They give them a penalty, which is the double jeopardy rule, which I believe.
It's harsh.
And the referee, they're trying to justify themselves by saying that if Luis played at the ball, it would have only been a yellow, but because he didn't play at the ball, it's a straight red. But the thing is,
stupid.
It is so ridiculous, man, because that rule is only there if, say, Luis deliberately tackled Jose from behind or something to stop him from scoring, but it was accidental contact. So it shouldn't have even been a yellow card, man, to be honest. Like, it was a complete accident, and I feel like we got robbed,
Look, it's one of the game. I mean, I'm not surprised. Don't be surprised, you know what I mean? It's not the first time we've seen it, But there's a lot of, in terms of referee making a really, really dumb decision. And I don't know how, look, there's nothing we can do, you know what I mean? I mean, the way they justified, like it's just one of those, I still believe, looking at score Wolves and 2-1, Arsenal should have won that game easy.
That's what's the most frustrating part about it, bro. We absolutely dominated them, and like if we won that game, we would have been in sixth position right now. And like it's really, really cost us big time this game, this win.
It's just unlucky. It's unlucky. It's one of those days. It's one of those days when when you expect them to win, you were confident, and then even you say that they were dominating, and boom, 2-1, you got lost. I mean, shit happened. But yeah, looking at the red card and the penalty, it is harsh. I'm not gonna lie about it, but
man, like, let me tell you something, bro. João Moutinho, he's like 50 years old. Okay, he hasn't scored a goal in 15 months. and he scored an absolute screamer, 35 yards out, top corner, hits the top. Like the luck
See what I
we've
mean?
got is just, it's crazy, bro.
See what I mean? Like,
When I
I'm
seen
telling
him
you, it's
score, I'm
unpredictable.
just like, oh, that's it. Like, and then
You,
obviously the Bernd Leno red card was just is stupid. What I think happened is they put a through ball in, and he came out of
yeah,
the box, and because it was wet, I think he mistimed the bounce, and it
yeah,
skidded. It skidded fast towards him, so he hit it away with his hand outside the box. He got a straight
yeah.
red, which is justifiable. He
Just
did
about, yeah.
deserve that. Very, very stupid from what he did. But I
Like,
just think we should have even been in that situation in the first place.
well,
So,
like
you know,
you guys,
it's just
I don't know. Like it's a bit like you got. Have you guys lost anyone at the moment, Arsenal? I mean, you got full team, mate.
we for
Well,
you
you got
against you guys we had no Aubameyang, we had
okay.
no Kieran Tierney, so we're playing Cedric at left back. He's a right back, and
Yeah,
we also
yeah.
had Saka. Saka was missing, but for
Okay.
this game,
Well, there you
we
go.
had
Oh,
Kieran Tierney missing.
yeah,
We pretty much had a full team except Kieran Tierney, and Aubameyang came off the bench in the second half because he had some family issues. His mother was sick, so he couldn't play for a few
fair
games.
enough.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, like, but I think Pepe was doing a great job. And another thing, you know, at halftime, Mikel Arteta, I think he made a couple of bad decisions with the
Yeah,
substitutions. So what he did was he ends up taking off Lacazette, our striker.
yeah, yeah,
So he came out in the second half with no striker, which I
yeah.
think we should have kept him on. You know, Lacazette's been
Sure,
performing well.
absolutely. It's one of those games you have to keep him.
He's got good hold up play. Like he can really hold the ball up, and you know you can use him to play the ball.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's what I think was one of the mistakes, and also taking Pepe off as well because he's another player. He can get the ball, dribble, take on plays. Aubameyang, he can't do that. He's only good at
yeah,
finishing. You know, so
yeah. I
I
agree.
think that was a mistake. But either way, it doesn't matter. Well, you know,
I've got a question for you.
it's just yeah.
So for the Arsenal, where do you guys need to improve? And also, would you consider keeping the same manager, or you think you guys need to look for a new manager?
All right. So where we need to improve, I think we've changed the system up now. So we used to play three at the back or five at the back, whatever you want to call it. We changed it to a back four now. We got Thomas Partey in now. He's back from injury, and I think he's a big difference and a reason why we're actually improving in the midfield. We're playing much better football now. You know, where we've got more possession, we're creating more chances because we've also brought in a youngster, Emil Smith Rowe,
Yeah,
as the
yeah,
center attacking midfield.
yeah,
He's got like I think 5 assists in 7 games, and he's got a goal as well. So he's very good. His record.
yeah.
We moved Saka to the right wing. That's been a revelation. He's been playing excellent there. And it just seems like the team, they've got more energy, they're more hungry. And it looks like there's a bit more harmony within the club as well because, you know, with the Mesut Ozil situation and we had players, we had a big squad where we couldn't play some players.
Now you
So they were,
can't figure it out. Yeah,
we couldn't fit them in the squad. So we couldn't register them. So obviously when you have people like that around the club, they're not playing, but they have to train. They're not happy. And then it
yeah,
causes unrest in the dressing room and all that. So
yeah.
another positive thing is we got a lot of players out on loan or we terminated their contracts. So they're gone now.
Mm.
And for your question with Mikel Arteta, personally, I like him. I think he's, you know, doing a pretty good job with the resources and with what he's got at the moment. And I'm seeing improvement in the team. You know,
Okay.
that's one positive I can take out of this game is that the way we played in the first half with the 11 men, I think it was very positive, and it just gives me a bit of confidence going forward. You know, it looks like we're building something.
That's good. That's good. I mean, it takes time. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's interesting. Like when you're in that position. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not being disrespect. I know you haven't got one EPO for that many years, but Arsene Wenger obviously been in the club for how long? Over 20 years. you can see how much since been changed. Just like for United, when Alex Ferguson left, after being with the United for 26, 28 years, like what a big step up we need to do. Like it's a huge roller coaster. You know what I mean? Like things change. Like the culture of the team, the staff. It's just like you have to start everything from the scratch. You know what I mean?
It's not easy, man, because they're that long. They're like part of the furniture, pretty much. You know, it's.
But you know, what pissed me off when you look at like Barcelona team or Bayern Munich or Juventus. Like they have. I mean, I know it's a different football team, different football, but in terms of like when they change managers, I feel like they're still the same level. Like they have no issue competing the title. But I don't know. I mean, I know it's a different football, but like I say, EPO. Like when we talk about Spanish football, we're talking about Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico. These pretty much the only team fighting for La Liga, and that's it.
Yeah.
No one else. That's pretty much boring.
I just think with Manchester United and Arsenal, man, it was pretty similar because you had such influential managers for such a long period. It's so hard to snap out of it and rebuild again. You know, that's why I think we've been struggling. But you know, what do you think of Ollie? Do you think he's any good or?
Look, I love Ollie from day one. I'm not gonna lie. He's a decent guy, baby face. There's a lot of good stuff about him. He's done so much for our team, and we both know he was like absolute machine. Sit on the bench, come out of the bench, bang, bang, bang. You know, scoring goals, winning games. Right, like he's got amazing history. And I'm not gonna deny it. I feel Ollie, he's an amazing, decent guy, but I feel like he not not stricken up in terms of like he he kind of he had faith in play, which is nothing wrong.
He's too nice. You
Ollie,
think he's
like
too nice?
I think he's too nice. Yeah.
Mm.
Look, he's a nice guy. You can't change your personality. That's just his personality. You know what I mean? But coming into such a big club to become a manager of the successful club, um, it's a pressure job. I'm actually surprised that he actually took the job, and I respect that. What he's doing now with the team, look, there are improvement. We can see there's a lot of improvement there, but I think he can't decide who's his 13 on the field, the 13 players on the field. Look, I'm not talking about goalkeeper. I'm just putting the number 13 player. He doesn't know. Like, he's making sometimes really, like, I know he trying to put one player like Rashford put on the left, then he put him on the right. Like, it's just too messy. Look, at the end of the day, I agree. If you're a top player, you got to play any position. That's how I believe. No matter which position you play, you just got to play football. There's no such thing. I'm a midfielder. I have to play midfield. You know what I mean? I'm playing left wing. I play left wing. But the way I understand, when you keep rotating play, the boys get confused.
Mm.
When the boys get confused, they don't have technique. They don't have a consistent. They don't have like a plan. You know, Rashford there, Martial there, Pogba here. Okay, he's gonna pass the ball there. Martial's gonna be expecting the ball from here. They don't have that left, right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not prepared. You know what I mean? They don't have that. They're all over the place. Like the ball's like flying, crossing left to the right. Like, you know what I mean? It just.
So you're saying you think there's not enough structure and a style of football with Ollie?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah.
Look, he's new. I'm not gonna lie. It might take time. I think he needs to stick to the same players: striker, left wing, right wing, mid, 4-3 deep. Then I don't know how he want to play. Stick to the same players and just fucking play. Because the more they play, the more I'll keep it wrong. I'm not a coach, but I feel like if you have the same players and then you actually rely on them and you have faith in them, they got to play together for many games. So you have structure. The mind game, you know, like playing like a style football. But if you keep rotating, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know where the ball coming. You don't know whether Rush is going straight to the right, left, and then Marshall in the middle. And he's thinking, is he going to pass the ball to me, or should I go up there, or should I go here? You know what I mean? It's like it's confusing. You know what I mean? And we saw that how many times they passed the ball just out of the position goes straight to the outline, or he passed the ball, he missed the ball's like somewhere. I don't know. It's just all over the place. It's confusing. They need to have a structure, mind game, and style. If they keep the same players for 5, 6 games at least, maybe they could be different. Maybe they'll have structure. You don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so, because if you look at Liverpool, Klopp, he generally plays the same players every game, but there's
Look at them,
positives.
yeah.
There's positives and negatives about that. The thing is, if you don't rotate your squad, then the players, they get burnt out. They could get injured as well. But
Absolutely.
then again, it could work as well. It could work. So either way, but before we get into the Aston Villa West Ham game, I was just going to ask if the listeners can just like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll get straight into Aston Villa and West Ham United. And the star of that game was the ex-Manchester United player, Jesse Lingard, a.k.a. Messi Lingardinho, bagging two goals in his debut. And it looks like he's happy. And, what a performance that was, man. Did you end up watching the game?
Of course I did, mate. Fucking Lingard, mate. I knew he's going to play good. There's something about him. Look, I'm not going to lie. At United, I don't know what the fuck happened there. I mean, I always thought he's a decent guy. He didn't get much game. I don't know what was the issue in that club. I mean, we both know he grew up at Manchester United as a youth club as well. But I don't know what the hell happened there. Like, he underperforming, getting not enough game. I think he felt under a lot of pressure. And for me, the way I understand, if I was in, he felt like he got left out. And when he got left out, and then Ole decided to play him, he completely forgot what's the structured plan for Manchester United. What does it look like? Am I the same player, or am I going down? Like, because I haven't played for United. He hasn't played for United quite a while already. Like over years, he hasn't played much time.
Yeah,
It's huge,
yeah.
and I feel like he put a lot of pressure on him. And look, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it's worth it. I think it's a good move for him to play West Ham. It's because now he doesn't feel pressure, and now he's showing his personality on his game. And we saw he scored 2 goals. See the difference? Because he now feels like, I'm playing personality. I'm not worrying about United. I'm going to play my game how I used to play. That's my personality. This is who I am. And at the end of the day, we all know whenever players leave, they always play good for the team, which is normal.
Yeah,
it
does generally happen. Look, I think you're spot on, man. I think it is a pressure, and I think he came through the ranks at Manchester United at a bad time. It was when Fergie left, and then there's a lot of pressure on these players to keep up the legacy that Fergie left. And exactly what you said, pressure. Pressure to win. When you're at a big club like United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, and all those big clubs, man, it's hard. Some players they don't end up performing because of the pressure.
They can't. They haven't played the game for so long. They don't know what they are because they feel like they're left out. And when you feel like you're left out, you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna. Sometimes you want to play. He might play so hard, but it didn't look well on him because he tried so hard. Like you get that. Sometimes what? It's my day. I'm gonna show them who I am. And because he plays so hard, he fucked up. You know what I mean? And then that's how pretty much he could not perform. But for West Ham United, no pressure, nothing to lose. He felt like, you know what? I'm going to play my style. Bang, 2 goals. Good on him.
Let me ask you something. What would you rate his Manchester United career out of 10? What would you give Jesse Lingard?
What do you mean, the career in terms of what? Like,
Like, what would you give him a rating out of 10 from,
okay. Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Look, he hasn't played a few games, so I can't rate him that high. When he was playing back then, I'll say maybe around 7.
So you reckon he had a successful career at United or nah? It wasn't.
He didn't. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He had a great game, but he was never a primary player.
So he had. All right. So we'll just say he had great moments, but it wasn't obviously consistent. And yeah, if it was up to me, I'd probably give him like a 3 or a 4, man, because he didn't establish himself as a first team player, but he did have good moments at times. So
we both know he had an amazing goal. He scored from freaking 80 meters goal. I remember that. I'll never forget when he crossed. Like, he's trying to be like, why do you think they call him Messi? You know what I mean? But yeah, he did have a good moment, but he wasn't consistent.
Don't mention the Arsenal goal, please. Don't mention that one.
Yeah, we'll both know. We both know. But look, I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best. He's a great player. Like, in terms of like, did he have a fantastic career at United? No, he didn't. He had an amazing goal. Yes, he had an amazing goal. He's always going to be remembered. But at the end of the day, look, I'm not going to brag him out. I wish him all the best. He scored 2 amazing goals. Good on him. And I hope he can perform it. As long as he doesn't score a great goal against our team, I'll get the shit.
Yeah, so what about Thomas Souček as well, man? That guy has been a revelation to West Ham. He's that big, tall, I think he's a Czech Republic midfielder. And, man, this guy's bagging in the goals. And even David Moyes, he's transformed this club. West Ham are in a very good position. And it's just amazing. Like, you look at them 12 months ago, they were fighting relegation. And look at them now. They're, like, sitting fifth on the table.
Do you know what I mean? This is what EPL are all about. It's very unpredictable. And look at them. They don't have experience to play. They don't expect to club. They just play their football. And look at them. They're playing well, just like Leicester. Just like Bill. Look at Aston Villa. They promoted. They promoted this year. Look at them. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting how football, like the way it looks there. You know what I mean? Like, good on them. I actually, I'm impressed how they're playing now. It's they don't have much pressure though. Our club does. They just play their football. That's it. Play your football, enjoy your moment, no pressure. Just love playing football, and they put in their performance. And even though they're going to come 5th, 6th, 7th, it's a massive performance. It's an amazing performance to finish at that stage.
Yeah, agreed, man. Agreed.
Everton.
Next up, we've got Everton Leeds, man. These two clubs, they're a bit of like I like to say they're more like a yo-yo club, up and down performances, especially Leeds, man. 1 week, they're amazing. The next, they're, a bit average. So, this game finished 2-1. If you look at the shots taken, 16 to 10, 7 shots on target to 6. So it looks like it was pretty even. Looked like
you can see they tried.
Leeds actually dominated possession, 64%, which is expected with Leeds because they like to hold the ball. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, no, I'm saying you can see they had 6 shots and the possession. Obviously, you can see they were trying so hard, but it was just wasn't there. And sometimes possession doesn't win your game at all. So it's all the matter of time. It's all the matter of time, luck, and on the right time, when you can score a goal. But yeah, like Everton, even Everton surprised me. Beginning of the year, they're playing well. They're actually in top 4, and like you said, yo-yo, up and down, up and down.
And a bonus for them, they've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin is back from injury, ends up getting a goal.
Yeah,
and they've signed some pretty good midfielders as well. They got Doucouré this season.
They have amazing players, man. Like, when you think, I wouldn't say amazing, but they've got decent players.
They do.
But look, they can still play top 4. If I were them, I wouldn't brag them out. They can still play top 4.
Yeah, for sure, man.
they're quite a decent team, and there's no injury. I mean, like I said, next game against Everton, it's not going to be an easy game. We beat them last time. Didn't we 3-1, was it?
Chris, what was the score last time between Manchester and Everton?
Everton, we beat them 3-1. I think you say is right.
Yeah, 3-1. Now, I was just talking to him about playing against Everton. I'm actually nervous.
Yeah. Well, you based off our look, United, it's just hit and miss. We all know that, man. I've said that on the last time I was on the podcast. I said, listen, I'm still not convinced, and I still won't be until there's probably 10 games left, And the big decisive game for us isn't that one. It's versus City. But then again, it's that tight. Every game's decisive at this stage. So it's a weird season.
It is. It's a bit.
Well, you look at Liverpool, man. They lost to Burnley, smacked Tottenham out the park, and then lost to Brighton this morning. And all their fans are carrying on like, they're back straight after that. Straight after that Tottenham game. No joke. They thought they started clicking again. But same goes with us. We do the exact same thing,
I know. I agree.
We win a couple of games. We think we're going to win the league, and then we go and lose to last place. So go figure.
1 minute in, and he's smacking shots already, bro.
I've got 46 minutes to catch up on.
Yeah, exactly. I still can't believe how we lost to Sheffield. For me, it's bizarre. Like how we lost to Sheffield, and then drew.
But I can believe it at the same time. There was a lot. It was going to come. We're going to lose one of those games. So City's going to lose one of those games.
Yeah, I hope so. Because they're now 3 points above us, 1 game behind. If they win that will be 6 points. So we're gonna kind of. Look, City got. I think City had the. I was talking to Dan that City had a high chance of winning bigger than us, but if we continue playing, look, we're inconsistent. Like you said, we play one day good, the other day we play like shit. You know what I mean? Like
at the end of the day, we're only having this conversation now because of where we are in the table now. If you told me before the season started we'd be having this conversation, I wouldn't have believed you anyway. So if we make top 4, at the end of the day, if we come second, it's better than what we did last season. I'm happy. Absolutely. But at the same time, I can sort of taste the title. So, we do want to fight for it.
Okay, Chris, now tell me, against Everton, how do you feel?
50-50. I'll be disappointed if we lose the game, especially based off. I'm pretty sure that win against Everton was the start of our run, or was it maybe West Brom? It was early days when we beat. It was early days into that run. So, look, yesterday is just. I don't know. I can't base it off what happened yesterday, 9-0, because that's crazy. But you've got to think back to the 2 games before that. We did draw with Arsenal when I believe we should have won that game, not based off how we played, but just it was there for the taking. So that was an opportunity missed, and then Sheffield was a shambles. So look, going into a game, especially like against Everton, who I consider now probably one of the big 7, 8 now.
Not yet, bro. Not yet. This is the first season they're doing well. You can't add them in.
They've had Europa football. They've got a good manager, man. Ancelotti is no joke.
They've got to be consistent for a couple of years before you can consider them to be one of the big boys,
I agree, but based off this season, they're one of those teams, that are fighting for a spot in Europe. So, and it's within reach. So we can't take them lightly. Hard to say. I still think we'll show up and get the win, but I just think we've got them covered.
No excuses.
We've got the quality there. the boys will be coming. They're coming off the back of that win, man. They've got to be coming into that game with some confidence and some momentum. Yeah, it's a 9-0 win. So regardless of what happened during the game, 9 men, 10 men, 9-0.
Who would you start against Everton?
Cavani in the 9, Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, Bruno CAM, Pogba, Fred, or McTominay. I'm happy either way, but probably Fred plays the ball better out the back. And if I was to
use your back.
My back, Luke Shaw, Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, probably
the fridge.
2 most informed fullbacks in the league at the moment. No denying it. Luke Shaw's had a great season so far. Started off a bit rusty.
Guy, man.
Luke Shaw, I reckon he just cops. He cops a lot more than he should. He's actually been one of our most. Look, from a United perspective, he's been one of our most consistent players over the past 4 years, 5 years. He had that rough patch where he was injured, but what do you expect when you've snapped your shin in half? You know what I mean? Wan-Bissaka,
I'll rate Luke Shaw. I'll rate him.
He's pretty shit for a while over the past, I'd say, 3 or 4 games before. He was even good against Sheffield. He wasn't that bad. He was probably our best player against Sheffield. He wasn't too crash hot, but previous to that, and now he's.
But you can see he's trying hard. You can see how he's trying
100%,
hard.
100%.
He's always running. He's always crossing. He's doing something.
What would do him some good is if we did sign another right back like we did for Tellez, just so there's some competition for the spot. So he does. Yeah, when they're competing for spots and there's a few guys battling for the same position, everyone wants to give their all because the guys coming on as subs want to get the starting spot, and the boys starting don't want to lose that spot. So that's what we need there, just to ensure Wan-Bissaka is consistent. But yeah, obviously I'd start him. The fridge, got to start him. And on the fridge, he's looking good, man. He's playing pretty well. He's playing well. He's doing what we need to do. So I'm happy with that. Eric Bailey, I want next to him.
Oh yeah, Bailey.
The guys,
only because we need the speed.
Eric Bailey, man, he's decent, but he's just not fit. He keeps getting injured.
I can't.
Yeah, 100%. But we've got a good run of games out of him this season so far, and he hasn't been. He's not out due to injury. I think the coaches are just wary of that. They know they need to rest him. So
he's rested, yeah. But what about
he's been rested.
He doesn't care. He's just not scared of anything. Every time I watch him touch the ball, I get freaked out, man. Like I just like.
Yeah, and we need a bit of a pit bull in the team because we don't have that. We've got that in Bruno now up front. Just a little rat. Cavani, same thing, man. The guy runs around like he's 22 years old. He's pressing. His work off the ball is great. So we've got that sort of in the midfield, but we do need someone like that out back, and I think Bay's the only one we've got. Lindelof, he's good, not fast, and he still has mistakes in him. And look, we know. Look, Harry Maguire, whatever he does, he can't get dropped.
He's not going to get benched.
He's not going to get benched. That's right. So we've just got to work around that. So that's my team anyway.
What about I was talking to Dan. Look, I'm not going to lie. I have bragged up Martial. He's doing my head in. Like I know he scored 2 goals. Good on him. But I feel like he's not a United player, man.
I feel he is. Look, listen. Based off last season, he had a great season. I think he was our top goal scorer last season, if I'm correct.
17 goals.
Was he our top goal scorer in all comps?
Who, Martial?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure last season he was our best. Regardless, he had a great season last season, and we were hoping for him to carry on.
Now, when you say good season, when you say he had if he had season like he scored goal, but I feel like he's lazy. Like the way he plays, on
the ball. I think he just looks like that. His facial expressions show you that. I think that work rate, where they bash him about work rate, I think that's a myth, man, to be honest with you. Because if you watch him off the ball, he does a lot. He does hold the ball up and allow our wingers. He sort of does that Firmino type false nine role in the number 9 sometimes. But at the same time,
you're not starting him. You say you're not going to start him on the.
He's not in form. He's not in form. I don't want to see him start. He doesn't. The way I see it, if there's 2 people in the same position, the one who's performing needs to start, and the one who isn't has to earn their spot back. He did score 2 goals, but we did score 9. So
exactly.
What can I say? I can't really commend that. Like, yeah, it's good. Hopefully, mentally for him, that brings him back into form. But Cavani at the moment's just firing on all fronts. He's more valuable for us.
He's everywhere.
So I've got to start him. But you know, that being said, I don't think. Look, Martial, we're not getting a 30 goals a season striker out of Martial. We know that. If he hasn't done it by now, I don't see it happening. You know, but that being said, he does have his place in our squad. So, look, if he's not happy, I'm happy for him to go, and I'm happy to sign a new striker. We still have Mason Greenwood learning his trade there, and I think Cavani being there is beneficial to all 3 of our forwards. So we've still got Greenwood. So if Martial goes, we've still got a young up and coming number 9 who, you know, we can work with. And when we get rid of Cavani, you know, we can buy another number 9 that can give us our 30 goals. You know, that's no issue. I'm not really worried about that. I hope so.
Just on the bench player.
Based off now, depending on how he ends the year. Look, I was the same with Ibra. I had questions when he came, just due to age or whatever. He came, he killed it. We gave him another year. He got injured and just rehabbed with us. But you know, if he didn't get injured, I would have been happy for him to play. Yeah, and look, the experience is always good to have. Cavani would know by now at his age he's not guaranteed to start. So
he's 35, is it? He's 35.
Sorry, he's 33, I'm pretty sure. So
Cavani?
Yeah, 33, I'm pretty sure. But
that's not old.
He's up there. He's up there.
He's for a striker, he's moving.
I think he might be a bit older than that, bro. Maybe, I don't know.
Man, he's looking like a 23-year-old, to be honest with you. So,
hey,
no, just the way he plays. No, he's 33. He's 33.
Sitters, bro. How did he miss those sitters against us? That was
yeah.
Thank you.
Unlucky with those. One thing I did hear about Cavani was that he does score a lot of goals, but he needs a lot of chances. Which at the same time doesn't really bother me, because our issue last season was we created a lot for our forward pack, our front men, and they weren't converting them. So as long as we're getting on them and we're scoring the goals now, which we are, well, it seems that we are, I'm happy. It's a step in the right direction, but you've got to take it as it comes every season. So with what we've got now, Martial, in my opinion, does definitely have his place in our team. I'm not going to turn on him over this season. He's just out of form. I don't know. It's a weird season for teams, but it's also a weird season for players. You know, you look at Trent Alexander-Arnold, shocker season. Firmino, shocker. Salah, by his standards, shocker. And I can only mention Liverpool players at the moment because they're the benchmark. They have been the benchmark. You know, they've got the best players, and you know, individually, they're not really firing this season. So,
how happened to them? I don't get it.
And also, it's a good segue to get into the Liverpool-Brighton game. So, I don't know. Did you guys catch that game this morning?
I watched the highlight.
I watched every minute after Brighton scored. I was watching the Villa West Ham game, and I could see the scores up the top, and then I saw Brighton score the goal and thought,
your eyes lit up. Fuck.
Yeah, I thought I'd just better watch and just put my bad karma on them. I had a feeling they'd equalise at some stage, but so yeah, I was good to it. So I watched, after was it the 60th minute or whatever it was. Yeah.
So what do you reckon? Do you think Liverpool finished top four? I reckon they will.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. I think it's the only thing it could come down to me for Liverpool to explain their form is just a mental thing. I don't know. I think I think maybe they got complacent because they went on that pretty crappy run where they dropped a whole bunch of points. And they got knocked out by us in the FA Cup.
But we better win that cup.
Yeah, but then they went in and beat Tottenham, and they showed up for that game.
Yes,
so I think they woke up to themselves a bit. Did what they did against Tottenham, and then just got complacent at home again against Brighton. That's the only explanation. It's got to be a mental thing. The quality's there. They're not really conceding that many goals. A 1-0 loss. You can't really blame not having your defenders there because you're able to defend quite well. I think it's just the fact they're not able to convert their chances.
They've got 11 shots. Yeah.
Right, I watched the game, right? I watched the whole game, and it just seems like they're out of ideas, man. Like when it comes to attack, they're very one-dimensional. They keep playing Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold to whipping crosses or those cutbacks into the box, and it's too predictable now. And I think Klopp, he's really got to change his style up, man, because he's got to bring in some creative midfielders. That's what I think, because
that's right.
Because they need to start unlocking these defenses now because they're struggling against teams that play the low block, which means they're parking the bus.
You see him complain. Klopp complain in the post-match presses saying, how do we defend against 10 men in the box or whatever? Well, what do you expect teams to do? They've worked you out. They know you can't break that down. So, all the team needs to do is do that and hopefully catch you on the break or score the first goal and do that for the rest of the game. And it doesn't seem like he's got answers for that. I don't blame any team for doing that. If there's a surefire way to beat a team, or get a point against them, especially the best team, or the benchmark team of the past 2 years, do it, man. You know what I mean? You're right. They do need to come up with something new. I think they need to refresh their squad a bit, man, to be honest with you.
Because like I was saying to Isay before, like Liverpool, Klopp, he likes to play the same players week in, week out. And I think, man, after 3-4 years, these players start to get burnt out and they just can't mentally keep up that same intensity as well.
I feel like they get complacent too because if you're starting week in, week out in that team, regardless of your performance doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You can afford to have a sloppy game. And at the same time, they do need depth in those key positions, really the wings or, your left and right forwards, because they don't have a second. Who do they put on if Salah gets injured, Mane gets injured, or they're just tired? Exactly.
Today they had Shaqiri. I think they had Shaqiri and Origi, man. And, like, these guys aren't good enough, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you.
There's no backup.
They're not going to come on and change the game.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Whereas, like, if you look, I'll use United as an example. I can even use Arsenal as an example, where I'll use United. It's just my team, easier. if Martial's honking, we'll throw Cavani on, and he's an impact player. Yeah. If Rashford's honking, we can throw Greenwood in there, who, he's young and inexperienced, but we know he can do a job.
He's talented, yeah.
He is, and he does know how to find the back of the net. So you can sort of rely on that bit of masterclass. And the same goes with our midfield. They just don't have it there, mainly in their front three. Yeah, I don't know. They got lucky. I said it on the last podcast, and I said it years ago. They're a couple injuries away from crumbling, and they don't have the depth. They were lucky for the last 2 seasons that they were able to sort of keep up, and they were inherently injury free. But yeah, look, I couldn't be happier anyway.
So,
And sorry, boys. I was just going to say, like, man, I watched the game, right? If you look at the stats, it's 36% to Brighton, but man, Brighton had a red hot crack at them, man. It's not like they were just sitting back; they were actually counter-attacking them, and they created a few pretty good chances, bro, where they could have maybe went 2 up. You know,
that's
so
right.
like,
I did
so
see
they were under the pump for a bit as well. You know, it's just
that's
like
right.
towards the end.
And it just goes to show with what you were saying as well. The possession shows you they may hold the ball, but they lack the creativity.
they couldn't. Yeah, they were cold, but I couldn't.
They don't do anything with it. There's no point having the ball for 64% of the game if you're not going to do anything with it. You know.
Yeah, and also I think
Brighton,
you know, like the last 10, 15, Brighton just kind of parked it up and they were just sitting back. So the possession looks a bit worse than it actually is.
yeah, but regardless,
I mean.
man, Brighton put up more shots than them with
a third of
and
the
on
ball. Target as well. On target as well,
that's
which
right,
is very
that's
concerning.
right. Yeah.
So they score a goal, and look at it. They have 12 pulls. Liverpool, they were probably frustrated. Oh my God, 12 pulls against 6. Wow, that's double. Crazy. Crazy. Oh well, suck shit.
All right. Nah, bro, you can say what you want on this. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any other games you want to review, or we'll just
I'm impressed with Leeds and Aston Villa. I'm glad they're back to the EPL, and hopefully they'll stay back. I mean, they will stay back. They're not going to win it.
Special mention to Jesse Lingard scoring 2 goals on debut for West Ham. Under Moyes again.
Yeah, we had a bit of a chat about him, Messi Lingardinho. But
he's got no pressure. Good on him. I'm glad he's got 2 goals.
I'm glad he's found a new dance floor.
Oh, I don't know, man. So what
that's his highlight. In 7 years, he scored 1 goal against Arsenal and
1 goal against Arsenal and 2 under Moyes again.
And that was a good goal too.
Yeah, it's a comeback. Comeback under Moyes at West Ham.
Right, if you've got a goal drought, just play against Arsenal. You'll score. Like João Moutinho yesterday, he hasn't scored in 15 months, and he scores a bloody top bins against us.
Oh, yeah, that was
like 40 yards out, 35 yards out, he scores.
And who else scored against you guys? Was it Jimenez?
No, not Jimenez. Jimenez is out.
I thought he was back.
Maybe he's still out. He fractured his skull, so he'll be out for a while. But it was a penalty by Ruben Neves. So
okay. I didn't really check. I didn't really check the game.
I wanted to ask you guys quickly about VAR, but I don't know. I think you guys will have a lot of positive things to say about them since they kind of favour United a lot. What do you recommend? What do you think of VAR? Do you think I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. You guys got me on Facebook. You probably know that. I think, man, that VAR is a tool to be used for like game fixing or just favoritism for other clubs, man, because it seems like there's some clubs that get hard done by and some just get away with those decisions. What are your thoughts on it, man?
I'll let you go first, Isay.
Because you don't want to answer that question.
Nah, he'll be surprised with my answer. So I'll let you talk.
Look, I can't answer it with VAR. It's so for me, it's all bullshit, and I don't know what it is. It just, I mean, they spend so much fun with that crap for nothing, and at the end of the day, you're not gonna get a result what you wanted. I mean, no matter how much you try, how much you wanna fight for it, you won't get the answer. It's just one of those things. It's just impossible to argue with, and I think it's just stupid thing to have. I don't know. It's just a waste of space. It just it just run the game for me. I think it just run game for me, just run culture, and there's a lot of decisions I make which is error, and it's frustrated us as a fan, and it's frustrated players, and yeah, that's just about it.
Yeah.
Chris?
Okay, listen. Prior to this weekend, if you asked me this question, I would have said, you know what, I don't mind. Okay. But then I did see what happened to Arsenal this weekend. That was bullshit. If Luis tackled him, he would have got a yellow and a pen.
If
Luis was running. He didn't even make an attempt at the ball. Luis was running and the player clipped the back of his foot to his knee or Luis's foot. There's nothing you can do in that situation. Fair enough, maybe give the penalty, shit soft pen, you'll cop that. But the red card was a joke. So, look, on the back of that, I said it to a few of the other boys speaking about it. I would prefer my team cop something at the hands of a human error, because it happens, on-field oversight or whatever, it just looked weird from that angle. Then them go back and recheck something, which is clear as day, not even a foul, and still call it. That's where I can sort of see where you come from, especially being the victim of it, in a sense that, oh yeah, it's fixed, it's corrupt, it's whatever. That being said, what benefit does Arsenal being shit have to anyone?
Yeah, but like this isn't the first time. It didn't just happen yesterday, and then I make up my mind. This has happened to us a lot of times. Like, I'll give you a few examples. We had the same ref, Craig Pawson, against Liverpool. Mane smashed Kieran Tierney in the face like this, bang, straight in the face. Went to VAR, nothing. I think he got a yellow for it. You know, Pepe against Leeds, he went in like that to the player. Just, you know, when you just kind of arc up to someone, you just put your head forward, tapped his head, he got a straight red. But Mane can strike someone in the face with his arm, nothing.
Yeah, you know? That's been the problem with our sport anyway.
We've also had a disallowed goal against Leicester City when they said that we impeded the keeper or something, which wasn't. Should have been a goal, because the same thing happened a week later for another team.
Yeah, us.
Also, Bruno against when you guys played us. Bruno went studs into Xhaka's leg. Do you remember that incident? He didn't even go for the ball. Started him straight from behind into the back of the leg. Nothing at all. Aubameyang does that against Crystal Palace. Accidentally kicks the guy in the leg with his studs showing. Gets a straight red. Like, there's no consistency, and it seems like there's a lot of favoritism, bro. This is why I think there's either corruption going on or there's just massive favoritism to some Premier League clubs.
No, I think they're dumb. Think about it. Look at League, for example. The bunker's still shit, and they've still been working on it for 15 years? They still haven't perfected it, and it's the easiest sport to call. Way easier than football.
The bunker's corrupt too, brother. I'm telling you, because like we're at home, we can see everything, and they can't. They're not that dumb. They aren't.
Yeah, but they can see everything up in the bunker. VAR sees exactly what we see and some, and same with the bunker. So
I'll give you another example before you.
I just don't think it belongs in football. The video ref does not belong in football. I'd rather cop human error than review 100%. Something, and because it works both ways. And if you've got a corrupt ref, it shows. You can't blame VAR and not the ref, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So
how did they play 20, 30, 40 years ago? They didn't have this stupid video referee.
Yeah, look, I think it should only.
If it's used properly, man, it could be such a great tool. But the thing is, it's not used properly. This is why it's actually causing more harm than good. This is why I think it's being used as a tool. Again,
it's early. It is early on, and it could get better. They've surely got to work on it. It's in everyone's interest, including it's. There's no reason for them to be corrupt and let Arsenal lose a game. There's no reason for them to be corrupt and let you. What are they trying to fix? Top four?
You don't know,
You know
man.
what I
You don't
mean?
know who's in the background, who's influencing these games. You don't know. I don't know.
VAR or not,
From what I
but
can
that's the
see,
thing. VAR or not, like if it's corrupt, it's going to be corrupt. Like if they'll find another way. You know.
did you see the Man United game, Southampton's goal? How come they drew the line at the wrists? Did you see the offside line? They drew it at the player's arm, the wrist.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But that's
like
not just United games.
Come on, man, the wrist. It's meant to be from
But
the
it's
shoulder.
not just United games.
You know? I know. That's just an example.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying. Like,
Tottenham copped that against Liverpool.
Stupid.
Tottenham copped that against Liverpool last week. Harry Maguire got disallowed that goal for impeding a defender off a set piece, and it was a fair chat. You know, it's not like it comes and goes for every team. I guess in the moment when you've copped it, yeah, you'll remember those, and whenever you do cop them, you'll remember those. And when an opposition does get one in their favor, you'll always remember those. But to be honest with you, I think it's been pretty fairly spread across the league. Everyone's copped some shit goes, and everyone's copped a couple lucky ones. Yeah,
but we're copping a hard part. All right. So in conclusion, the VAR, the people that are controlling it, they're just retarded. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I don't think it should be in football. Yeah, better off without it.
One more question. I want to talk about Tottenham and Chelsea, the special one against the Chelsea club. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I was just going to say we'll get into that quickly. So, yeah, Tottenham versus Chelsea tomorrow morning, 7:00. It's a massive game for Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel, third game in charge now, and he got a win against Burnley, so they'll be flying high. And obviously, the situation with Tottenham, they're struggling. They've got their main man, Harry Kane, out. Jose seems like he's losing it again. So how do you think the game's going to go, Isay? You think Chelsea's going to get the result?
I think, yeah. I wouldn't mind it because they have nothing against. Look, they're not going to make top four, so I'd rather them beat Tottenham to piss off Marino.
I want Tottenham to win this one.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I've got too many Chelsea friends as fans, and plus I love seeing Chelsea suffer and panic, especially after a $230 million transfer window. It'd just be gold. I just love to see them crumble. And Tottenham's not going to do anything this season anyway, even if they do beat Chelsea. So, yeah.
I think it might be a draw game.
Yeah.
It will be a 1-1 or draw game. That's what I thought.
Yeah, Mourinho will park it. Chelsea's defense is very leaky. They still haven't sorted that out. I think I mentioned that in the last podcast. So, they did bolster up their attack. Mourinho can handle an attacking side. I know I'm not going to base that off Liverpool's result last week. But yeah, it's just a 50-50 match. I don't know. You can't really call it.
Do you think it was harsh for sacking Lampard?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Could you imagine we bit the bullet and sold Ollie at the start of the season when we got knocked out by Leipzig, and after we had our sort of rough start to the season, we wouldn't be where we are now. And I don't think Poch could have done the job Ollie's done so far, because it's more than just tactics with what he's done within our club. That being said, I don't know what happened internally. I don't know if the players were sort of off Lampard or whatever. But then again, look,
they should do
he did well above average anyway. They've had 16 managers in 16 years. So that's an average of a year per manager, and he lasted longer than a year. Look at no, I'm serious. Like you got to know that, and the pressure was on him after spending so much in the transfer window especially after how they finished last season, to get results. But they were only 5 points off the top four when he was sacked. So
It was harsh.
it was harsh, man.
But
Especially to a club legend.
They went some
that's what I
bad
was
form.
gonna say.
Yeah. Chelsea's got no patience at all with their managers.
Yeah, give him till the end of the season, I think, it'd be good to see them not get Champions League football, because the only reason they would have sacked him was because they were worried about not getting that. And they need the money. So it'd be good. That's why I want Tottenham to lose, Tottenham to win, sorry. Just so I can see them not get Champions League football. It'd be great,
It would be nice. It would be nice feeling.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It'd be good. It'd be good if they somehow both lose, but I guess that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, that's a draw.
I was going to have a question.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, you know how we all know Lampard is a legend for Chelsea. He had an amazing career. If you're going to sack him, would it be a nice way to just make him store up, like he needs to leave the club, or I don't know, some personal issue? Make more humble rather just sack him. You know what I mean? I think it was just stupid to do. Like, it's not a good feeling. They should have done a nice way to get rid of him.
Man, they treated Mourinho twice like a piece of shit.
I can't believe he came back.
Well, he was their
Mourinho's
most successful.
shit, man.
Mourinho's a legend.
His attitude is disgusting, but man.
Hey, man, when he's your manager, you love it. When you guys are winning and he's your manager and he's giving it to everyone, you love it, bro. I love him. I think he's a great guy.
When things go pear-shaped, bro, it's ugly, man. It turns very ugly,
Yeah, 100%. But then look at Klopp.
He's a prick.
Look at Klopp when things go pear-shaped. He's a straight wrong. Straight.
But it's not Mourinho level, but Mourinho is different.
Because he's not. Just because he's not cocky when he's winning.
Bitter. He's so toxic, man. It's bad.
I love it. I love it. Listen, I'll watch this shit to get entertained. Nothing more, nothing less. And the guy is good value, man. I love him. I want him to keep managing for years. I'll take him back at United. I don't care.
No way.
I'm joking. But I'll always back him. I love him. I was sad to see him go, to be honest with you.
Okay. So what's your score predictions, man?
For what?
For Tottenham,
For the Tottenham, yeah.
1-1.
1-1. Isay?
I'll go for draw.
I think Chelsea's going to beat them. I'll say 2-0. They'll win 2-0.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I don't know where Tottenham's going to get their goals.
I don't want them to win, but I think they'll win it because they changed their system. They brought some of their other players that were ostracized back into the team. So
yeah, Marcus Alonso is a big addition for them too, man.
Alonso's back. They're playing 5 at the back now. They've got Kante and Jorginho playing in that number 6 role. So they've changed things up. They look much better now. So yeah, I think they'll get them 2-0.
Nah, don't worry. Marino's gonna pack the ball.
Yeah, but he's got shit defenders, man. They're terrible. Terrible defenders.
He'll put 5 defenders. 5-2-1.
He put 5 defenders last week and they got pumped, man. So
I think this is going to be this is the biggest test for Tuchel so far.
Which one?
Oh yeah, for sure.
This game, this is a big game for him. So it's a somewhat a London derby. It'll be exciting to see what he's got. But it's too early to sort of favour Chelsea, in my opinion, and Tottenham's just in shambles anyway. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll select maybe 4 games out of the next round, and we'll do score predictions for that one. So we'll start off with the Aston Villa Arsenal game. Isay, what do you think the score will be, bro?
I'll probably go with. I reckon. Look, Villa's due to win. I know they've lost it, but I think Arsenal got this game. I think Arsenal get him. They have to win. They can't keep losing.
What score do you think?
I reckon we'll go 3-1.
Wow. Okay.
Chris?
Chris? Yeah, go hard, man.
Yeah. Hard game to pick. You've just lost the game. So your last 2 games are a draw and a loss. Villa just lost, but coming up into that game, and I said on the last podcast, they were my dark horse for the season. Hard to call, man. I think it's going to be a draw. I think you guys can win, but then again, I'm going to say draw. I can't pick the game.
1-2.
You should beat them. You should beat them. 2-2. I think there'll be goals. I think there'll be goals. Look, if anyone's going to win, it's going to be a 2-1 or 3-1. I think both teams will score. I can't pick it, so I'm just going to go safe and say 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
You should win that.
I'll go for a 2-1. I think, like, we got Leno out because he's suspended, but
Louis out.
Yeah, but we've got Gabriel that can fill in. He's more than capable.
True.
So I'll
When's
go
Aubameyang back?
He's back. He played the second half of the Wolves game.
Okay.
And
as you can tell, I don't really follow us.
Man, if you actually watched our last game against Wolves, the first half we played them off the park. Like the chances we created, the disallowed goal, the everything, the pressing, the way we were playing, you would have said that like the old Arsenal's back, like the way we used to play back in the day. This is why I'm confident, even without Leno, that I think we can still get a result, man, because just the way we played, man, it looks like we're improving every week. So, yeah. So 2-1, get it.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so we'll pick another game here.
Let's just go top 6 teams.
Top 6 teams? All right. So
yeah, if we're going to do that, yeah. So
we've got Man United, Everton.
United, I'm going to say United 2-1. I don't think we're going to go out and smash them, but I reckon we'll snag the win. I hope we do anyway.
Guys, I have to go. Yeah, I have to go. Sorry, something came up.
No worries, brother.
My kids woke up. No drama. Thank you for having me. We'll catch up next time.
See you, Isay.
Thanks so much. See you later, bro. See ya. Bye. Yeah, so we're just.
And there were 2. Yeah, smashed.
We've been going for ages, man. In nearly an hour and a half. So, so you said 2-1, yeah?
Yeah, 2-1 United.
Okay. Wow, man, this is a tough one. Jeez.
West Brom, bro.
I'm going to say 2-2. I'll say 2-2. Tottenham, West Brom.
I reckon West Brom. Man, Big Sam is showing up against those big teams, bro. I'm telling you. West Brom, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon they might pull an upset.
I'll be watching that too because West Brom got one of our players on loan, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So hopefully he'll get a run there.
Nice.
And also, I don't know. I don't think but I don't think they can beat Tottenham, man. I'll go for a 1-1 draw.
I'm just hoping for that. It'd be good to see.
It'd be so good. It would be so good.
Yeah, and it does depend how Tottenham go against Chelsea too. They've got a game to, so yeah.
Wolves, Leicester.
Wolves, I think, can probably snag this one. Leicester, actually, no, you know what? Nah, Wolves are shit. They just beat Arsenal, so Leicester. No, they just beat Arsenal. That's the only reason I'm giving them props today. Leicester. Leicester 2-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll go say 2-1. 2-1 Leicester. Wolves they're not
guaranteed
good.
To score.
They're not good this season, man. They're not good this season. They really got
they
lucky.
lost it, man.
Before that, I think they haven't won in like 8 games before our game, and the way they won our game, it wasn't convincing at all. So, I think Leicester will beat them with ease.
Yeah. Okay.
Liverpool, Man City. You're going to be wearing your Liverpool jersey for that game, aren't you?
I'm going to be wearing no jersey. You know how that's like being a nail stuck between 2 magnets. You know what I mean? I can't really. Ideally, I'm just gonna call a draw, man. 2-2, 1-1 draw, 0-0, even better. Ball fest. I'm not even. I'm not gonna wake up for it. So I just like to see a draw when I wake up. It's been the best result for my team. Yeah. Or
Okay.
Liverpool. Draw Liverpool. Pains me to say it.
Okay. I think City's going to win.
I
I'll
do think they
go
will. But I
1
don't
0.
want.
1-0 City. But
All right,
obviously, for you, you'd
I'm gonna
want
go
Liverpool.
1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1 draw on that one.
All right. And that's it. Should we? Do you want to rate the Chelsea one as well?
Chelsea to beat Sheffield. Easy one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go 3-0 for that one. What about you?
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably go 2-0.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Guess we'll wrap it up, man. Just
Easy.
want
I'll
to
try
thank everyone.
next time.
Just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel as well. To Top Bins Football and Ruthless Gooner TV. I'll be putting this out on both channels. And I'd like to thank Chris once again for coming on, man.
Anytime.
Really appreciate it.
I'll try to be on time next time.
That's all right, man. It's a weekday. It's not easy to, work around this stuff. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
No worries.
See you all next time. We're out.